In today's video, I'm going to give you a killer focus hack that is going to help you have some structure to your day while working from home. I mean, at the time that this is being filmed, a lot of people are still working from home. Wah, wah, wah. So I'm gonna give you a little tip that really helps as somebody who's been working from home for a long ass time and has a hard time focusing. This has been really helpful. So stay tuned. Just keep watching and you'll be able to implement this in your life even when you are not working from home. Woo! Yay for productivity! Also, I wanted to mention, while this isn't directly a fitness tip, it still applies because if you are having trouble keeping your day structured and you don't focus and you're just like, then it often messes with your fitness goals, like your nutrition, your workouts, all that jazz. So this is just going to help you reach your fitness goals with better focus. Woo! Okay, so at this point in time, a lot of people are still quarantined, working from home, and I know I've had clients and followers tell me that they're really struggling with this. So in this video, I'm going to give you, or one of the things I'm going to give you is a very great technique that has helped me so much with focusing while working from home, because I've been working from home for almost 2 years now, and it's been difficult. It has been so hard to figure out how to learn processes to make myself focus and to give myself structure, because I know what people are saying is that since they no longer have structure, it makes it really difficult to stay on track even with their fitness goals, because their day is just this big mash of things and it's like a big blur, and then obviously just like things are chaos and it just doesn't go how things are supposed to because you don't have structure. And it's hard to make structure when you're working from home and you don't know what to do. So yeah, so that is what we're gonna do. We are gonna talk about a great technique to help you find some structure and routine and focus, because let me tell you, focus does not come easily to me. It's been so much trial and error, so much experimentation, and I've had to put in like really strict boundaries for myself to ensure I can focus, because although I'm a very motivated hard worker, like I have my own business, I have big goals for it, blah blah blah, my brain is just sometimes, it's just doesn't want to cooperate. So what I've learned throughout the past, I think, or last year, I started waking up at 4 a.m. because I noticed that if I have those few hours in the very early morning where nobody else is awake, it's just me all alone in the world, I have like, my brain is just, it's just good at that time. I just focus. And the purpose of that is that even if the rest of the day ends up being disastrous, I've had those few hours of very good focus to get a nice chunk of stuff done. So I'm not saying you necessarily need to take things to that extreme, but what I'm saying is sometimes you gotta do things to make other things work out better. So yeah, but that is not the full topic of the day. The topic is the Pomodoro method, technique, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to read from their website the explanation. So the Pomodoro Technique is by some dude named Francesco Cicerillo, I don't know, whatever. And it really works. So this is what they say. They say that for many people, time is an enemy. We race against the clock to finish assignments and meet deadlines. The Pomodoro Technique teaches you to work with time instead of struggling against it. A revolutionary time management system. It is at once deceptively simple to learn and life-changing to use. And I have to agree with that. They're not lying there. It really is very helpful. So I'm still reading from the website, so I'll link the website below. It's just simple steps. They have all these other resources. I haven't checked them out, but you know, you can if you want. So the core process of the Pomodoro Technique consists of 6 steps, 6 very simple steps. So step 1, choose a task that you would like to get done. So something big, something small, something you've been putting off for a million years. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's something that deserves your full undivided attention. So, bam, you pick your task. Next, step 2, you are going to set the Pomodoro, which is a timer, for 25 minutes. This needs to be 25 minutes of completely uninterrupted work. Your phone should be on do not disturb or airplane mode. This is not like a little sissy 25 minutes where you just go la la, oh, hi mom, oh, hi so-so, oh, what's Stacy doing on Facebook? No, this is like like a focused 25 minutes. You are fighting to the death. Not really, but you're working hard. It's not a pathetic. The whole point of this is to have it a very focused 25 minutes. Ba-bam. So that's that step. Step 3 is you work on that task until the Pomodoro rings, obviously. So their website, they say to immerse yourself in the task for 25 minutes. Which is what I just said. Oh, and they said if you suddenly realize you have something else to do, just write it down on a sheet of paper so you don't distract yourself, because that's what it is. Like, you think, oh, answer one text, I'll get back to work. No, you won't. That text is going to say one thing, and then you're going to end up having to look up something on Facebook, and then you're going to do this, and then you're going to do that, and the next thing you know, it's 5 hours later, and you are just completely down the wrong path. So that is why it's so important to just have like that tunnel vision for that 25 minutes. So yeah. Step 4, when the timer rings, they say to put a check mark on a paper just so you can keep track of how many rounds you've done. I have an app that I use. I'll share it after and in the description box below. It's free. I'm not affiliated with them. It's just been very helpful. So yeah, your 25 minutes is up. Congratulations. You did a great job. The next step is step number 5, and you are going to take a little short break. So this is just a 5-minute break. This is not meant to be like a completely relax, let yourself go type of break. It's more so a just like refresher. So on the website, they say breathe, meditate, grab a cup of coffee, go for a short walk, just do something. What I usually do is in my little 5 minutes, I'll either do the things they said, or I'll like tidy up my workspace. Sometimes I'll just jog on the spot to get my steps in, or I'll get like a coffee or a tea, or I'll foam roll, or I'll stretch. Just something for 5 minutes that's not going to really distract you. So ideally, you're not going to start looking at texts or emails or social media, because that's kind of just getting you out of the zone. So you want to give yourself a break, but stay in the zone. So step 6, every 4 Pomodoros, you will take a longer break. So once you've completed 4 25-minute work sessions, you can take a longer break. So this can kind of just depend on you. So they recommend 20 minutes or 30, and they say your brain will use this time to assimilate new information and rest before your next round of Pomodoros. So this is where I really have to be careful, because things will be going great. I'll be so focused, and then I get sidetracked, and before I know it, my long break has become hours long and I've screwed everything up. So I almost find that even if my brain is feeling like tired, I can't give myself too long of a break. Otherwise, it just gets out of control. But sometimes I will still make the break longer than they recommend. Sometimes an hour, sometimes even an hour and a half. Kind of depends on what I need to do. Like if I need to eat or work out, obviously the break is going to be longer. Sometimes though, I do try to do a set of 8 Pomodoros before doing like a really long break. Like obviously I'll have a semi-long break after the first 4, but yeah, that's just what I've done. Now, if you are somebody who has like kids or family, just things that will distract you, that's where the waking up easy thing is going to come in. Waking up early is going to come in handy, because if you have done your 4 Pomodoros and then little Billy comes and Mommy! Mama! What? Hi. Then bam, your break has been expanded, and then something else happens, and then something else happens, and then damn it, it's the end of the day and you've only done 4 Pomodoros because you didn't get started early enough in the day. So that's where if you have like distractions that pop up pretty easily, it can help to wake up a little bit earlier. Okay. The 25-minute blocks I would compare to treadmill sprints. I mean, it makes zero sense to it's not a sprint if you sprint for 25 minutes, but just bear with me in terms of effort. So the working time blocks, the 25-minute work session is the sprint, and the 5-minute break is the rest, where you would slowly walk and catch your breath. So you're not stopping the workout, you're just preparing yourself for the next bout of high intensity. So it's the same kind of thing. It's not like if you're working, you're not just gonna, let's go back to the, still using the treadmill. You're sprinting on the treadmill and you're doing sprints and you're going really hard. When you take a rest, you're not gonna lie down on the couch and eat snacks. That's completely getting you out of the zone. Instead, like, you might even stop altogether and catch your breath, but you're staying focused and then you're ready to go into your next sprint. So it's the same thing with these 25-minute time blocks. You're not taking your 5-minute break to just completely get yourself out of the zone. It's just like to refresh yourself. And then obviously the longer breaks, you might have to get out of the zone a little bit, which is where what I said before comes in. You just gotta really make sure your long breaks don't get out of control, because then that's a problem. Trust me, I learned that. I have to like push myself to not take too many breaks initially. Otherwise my brain is like, ah! It's like a crazy little monkey. So, what is my app called? The app I have been using is called Focus Keeper, and it keeps track of how many sessions you've done, and I love it because at the end of the day, you can look back and see how much you've actually worked, and if things went well. Well, if things went well, you feel so good about yourself. If they didn't, like, don't beat yourself up, but figure out what you need to do better. It's like MyFitnessPal with time, like with your time. Like, it's helped so much because when you're breaking your day into 25-minute blocks, you really become aware of what you're doing with your time and you just become so much more productive. And guess what? Then you have more time for your fitness goals and other things that you need to do. So that's why this is going to come in handy even when we're not in quarantine anymore. Mama. So it's been super helpful because you realize that you can actually get so much more done in 25 minutes than you thought. You can get more done in 5 minutes than you thought, because sometimes I'll look at my timer and it'll have 5 minutes left and I'm like, oh, I just want to stop now. And then in that 5 minutes, I end up getting like a significant amount of stuff done. And I'm just like, whoa. What if I had stopped 5 minutes early? I wouldn't have had that done. So it just really puts time and everything into perspective. So I highly, highly recommend you use this technique if you are struggling to focus and have some structure. And like I said, you can take this into your life in the future. Alrighty, and that is it for my Pomodoro Technique tip video. Try it out and let me know if it helps you. Give it a chance. I swear it's super helpful. You'll love it, I really hope. And that is it. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.